Well, hello everyone, welcome back to another Outpost review. I figured that I would make myself a cup of coffee this morning before we discuss anything. I'll tell you what, this cowboy coffee or campfire coffee, it's really good, but I'll tell you something else too. It sure is piping hot. Somebody said that they didn't favor my brand of coffee. Well, it was the cheap stuff at the time, and it was quick at the place that I was at, and I was going to have company, and I wanted to have some coffee, so I didn't have a big selection, so that's what I went ahead and picked up. So I'll go ahead and finish it off before I buy any more of it. I also have a thing of Folgers down there that was on sale one time, and I picked that up. Well, I'll tell you what, when you're thirsty for a cup of coffee, I think any coffee is good. I'm not saying it's the best, but any coffee is good. And I just felt like this morning when I got here making a pot of coffee, some people said they haven't seen me use the rocket stove in a while. Well, I've made several pots of coffee here, I don't know, the last couple of months and videoed the rocket stove, but if you don't watch all the videos, then you actually don't see some of the things that happen up here. So I thought I would go ahead and fire the rocket stove up and make a pot of coffee. That's good. It's just chilly enough today to have this sleeve on, so this coffee is really good. I thought I'd talk to you a little bit about this huge stack of wood that I've got. As you all know, the church had a couple of trees out in front of the parsonage, and one of them, a lot of the limbs began to die, and they were afraid that it would fall on the roof, so they wanted to take them out. And they had a company come over there and give them an estimate on cutting the trees down, cleaning everything up, and hauling the wood off, and they quoted them $2,800. And so I told them, I said, why don't you just save that money? I'll cut them down, use them for firewood, and you can just put that money to use somewhere else. So we've spent 3 weeks working on it, you know, basically on Saturday because it rains, and that's when a lot of the guys are off, the ones who can help. But I've got one more rick that I can put in here, and then this shed is going to be full. This is box elder wood. It's kind of middle of the road. It's not trash, but it's not a good hardwood. It will burn hot, but it burns quick. So what I decided to do is go ahead and bring as much up here as I could, get it underneath this shed, let it start curing, and then I will mix it with some of the hardwood that I have here, and it will mix in good, and you know, and I'll be able to make my hardwood last longer. So once this gets cured out, it's going to last a long time when I mix it with some other wood. But let me take you around here and show you around the corner. I've got some smaller trees that I've been piling up right here to help start fires with, letting them dry out. But there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already full all the way to the top, 16 feet long, and it's 12 foot in depth. And I am working on my 6th one up here on the front. So once I get this one stacked up right here, that's going to be pretty much all the wood that I can get underneath this shed. So that will leave me 6 rows, 16 feet long, and like I said, 12, well, not really 12 foot because of the overhang, probably 10 foot in depth. That's a lot of wood. So like I said, mixing this with hardwood that I have up here, that will make my wood go a whole lot farther, and it'll last a whole lot longer. So I was really glad to be able to get this, you know. And like I said before, I give the Lord all the glory because you know, it was free. It wasn't something that I was expecting. It was something that just came by. You know, I had a need for wood, and that need was fulfilled. So I was really happy to get this and didn't mind the work to go through to get it. You know, and it's if you take your time, you know, it's just like going for a walk. It's not really that hard. So I went ahead and got it, stacked it up in here, and I'm going to be able to put it to good use, because that other company would have probably just put it through a wood chipper or something like that, and that would have been the end of it. But this tree will live on, so to speak, actually giving someone heat after it had been there many years. So I was really happy to get it. Well, this is just down the way from the bushcraft camp that got trashed by that evergreen that actually came down on the back side of it. But I think what I'm going to do, I was going to need to repair that anyway. I think I'm going to go ahead and tear it down, and I'm going to build it back sort of permanent. Now the base camp is going to go on up in the hollow behind that, but I think I'm going to build a permanent bushcraft camp right here. And then I'm going to take a section, or actually two sections, one here and probably one right here. I'm going to make two pads that are going to be 12 by 12. I'll probably take a log of that size right there and make a square around both of them, and then I will fill them with like a sand and something that will kind of be somewhat firm, maybe some dirt mixed in with it, and make two pads for camping. We have a lot of people that are starting to stop by here and wanting to visit, you know, and I've had a couple that come down here and spend some time with me, so I thought, you know what, if people wanted to camp out, a lot of people come to this area to do that they can do it and they wouldn't have to pay for it. They could come here, they could hang out here at the Outpost, you know, we could cook, we could have a good time. So I've got the idea that I'm going to make two pads right here so that I could have two at a time if they wanted to come, and I'll have their own fire ring for them, and we'll get some sort of facility down here that they can use. And when I build a bushcraft camp, I may fix a way to catch some water there, or I may just take a 55-gallon drum and be able to, you know, provide some rainwater to be able to wash with and things of that nature. And then we're going to get a power station for the cabin to start off with, and then we'll at least be able to recharge their cell phones, because I do have, believe it or not, but as the crow flies, wherever that tower is, I've got 2 bars of LTE service here. So I've kind of always got my phone with me in case there's an accident, since I'm up here by myself. But I think that this will make a good area. And then the temporary bushcraft shelter, they could have use of that too, to be able to, you know, if it was raining, they could get in out of the rain. They still have a fire pit they could cook with and stuff like that. So I think that's going to be one of the things that one of the projects that I work on this year, because the 2 pads, they won't really take that long, and the bushcraft camp is not really going to take that long either. So that's another thing that I've got, another project that I've got in mind doing. So if any of you want to come help put that together, well, it's here, and that's something that we could do. But yeah, I think it'd be a lot of fun, you know, to be able to provide people a free place to come to, and like I said, we can get together, hang out, and have a good time. So that's one of the ideas that we have discussed and come up with, and think that it will be not only a benefit for other people, but a benefit to the channel too, and to be able to get together and fellowship and have a good time. Sorry for having to put this hat and sunglasses on, but all the gnats are flying around, so this does help to keep them off of me. The garden is actually doing fairly well despite the cold weather that we've had and the lack of rain, but it did rain the other day pretty good, so all of the ground is moist, and probably really soon I'm going to go over and get some of the duff that's in the woods from that down in the hollow there and bring up here and put on the garden so that it will help hold moisture and help keep the weeds down. But the only thing that didn't fare well, even though I had them covered up, was the tomato plants. Some of them look like they're going to make it. Looks like they're coming back out, especially after the rain. But some of them, I think what I'm going to do is stop and get maybe a dozen plants and replant some of these. This one will probably make it. Those are looking good. There's a couple in here that actually a couple back there, 3 or 4 I did replant, but there's a couple that may make it here. I'm not so sure here. But now that we're into our last little cold snap, since it's passed and warmer weather ahead of us, I think I may just go ahead and get some plants and replant these and not take a chance on waiting to see if they're going to make it or not. But this is the only thing. I got the beans that you saw that are coming up. Everything else is basically looking good that I actually had covered up, except the tomato plants. And I think that it just got so cold, even though I had them covered up, that they basically more or less, I think, froze. But because I only had them covered for 2 days. Anyway, yeah, I think that the rest of it's going to make it. Replant what I need to here, and then we'll be off and running with the garden. Well, I've mentioned to you before that I'm actually moving in here. I've got probably half of my stuff done, and I'm moving things out a little at a time. So I will probably be moved out here, I'm going to say, within the next 4 weeks. I'm actually working on the bedroom in there so that I can finish it up and have a place to stay, so that you know, I don't have to move things afterwards. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and lay the floor, put insulation in the walls. I did work on the wiring some and be able to close the walls up and do the insulation overhead and the tongue and groove. That way all that will be done, and I won't be working overhead later on and things being fallen down into what's going to be permanent. So yeah, I'm excited about that, getting moved out here. That way I can be out here earlier in the morning and later in the evening. The only challenge that's going to exist is I don't have good service out here. I have 2 bars of LTE, which allow me to be able to use my phone, but I won't be able to upload videos here. So probably more than likely what I will do is get several videos ahead. I will drive to my daughter's house and upload them over her Wi-Fi, because she does live in a suburb of town, and then I will be able to at least get the videos to you. We're going to work on a power station so that I'll be able to charge my batteries, and then of course if it gets too low, because it will have a solar panel, if it gets too low I can always run over to my sister's house and charge the power pack back up to be able to charge the batteries for the computer to be able to edit videos and be able to plug my hard drives in, because they're powered too, since they're so large, to keep all the content that I have that it takes to actually make a video. I average probably 60 or 70 gigabytes of information to bring you a 30-minute video. So it does take quite a bit of space to be able to store that information. But anyway, like I said, I'll get moved out here fairly soon, and we'll be out here at the Outpost permanently, and then I'll be able to work on the rest of the cabin at my leisure. Got something very exciting that we want to mention to you all, that we mentioned on our live stream, but we know that a lot of people don't watch the live stream, so I will be also mentioning this on our Outpost channel. You know, when we started this channel, we decided that we were going to do giveaways, because Primarily that idea came from my grandfather giving away to his policyholders, and mainly that was gardens that we would grow during the summertime, and he would harvest all of the vegetables and stuff and then carry them to work and give them away to his policyholders, and they just loved that. And so I told my son, I said, we need to do giveaways, and my son agreed, and so that's how we started this channel. So want to thank you guys so much for all of your support for both of our channels, because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be where we're at today. And I told my son, I said, I want to always continue to do the giveaways. Even when we started this channel here, I said I want to give away on this channel. And we do that every month. Another thing that we wanted to do is, as we reach milestones, we want to also include you guys in the growth of the channel. Like I said, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here. So we thank you so much for all of your support for both of these channels, and we want you to continue to be a part of the growth of this channel. So what we've decided to do is, like I said, milestone giveaways. So what we've decided on is, for every 10,000 subscribers that we grow will be a new milestone for us, and we are going to up the giveaway $150. So we had already had a chainsaw donated to give away at 40,000 subscribers. That was their wish. They still want to remain anonymous, but they sent us a brand new Stihl chainsaw, and you've seen that several times that I've shown it, and we're getting close to that mark. So once we reach 40,000, we're going to give that chainsaw away along with our regular giveaways. These milestones have nothing to do with the regular giveaways. We're going to continue to do that every month because of your support. But we've also decided to add in milestone giveaways because, again, that's because of your support for viewing our channel. So we're going to give away 2 chainsaws. We decided to add another one to it and give away 2 chainsaws. So we'll have, once we reach that goal, that month we will have the regular giveaways, plus we're going to have a drawing for one chainsaw, and we'll have a drawing for the other chainsaw. So that's going to start. Then when we hit 50,000, we're going to, for every 10,000, like I said, we're going to up it $150. So at 50,000 people, subscribers, what we're going to do is, we've already decided we're going to give away $750 worth of camping equipment. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to pull out all my camping equipment, set it up, from the sleeping bag to the thermal rest mattress to the tent to the axes to the Bush Buddy stove to everything that I use when I go camping. I'm going to set it out, and we're going to make a $750 value milestone giveaway and give it back to you guys for supporting our channel. Once we reach 60,000, it'll be a $900 value giveaway. We haven't decided on that yet. 50,000 would be our next mark. And then when it's 750, or excuse me, when it's 70,000, that'll be 10,050, so on and so forth. When we get to 100,000, that'll be a $1,500 giveaway. And we're looking forward to being at 1 million one of these days, and we're going to give away a tractor, because we said that we would like to do that one day. And I told my son and daughter, I said, when we reach 1 million subscribers, we're going to give a tractor away. So guys, like I said, we want you to continue to be a part of this channel and its growth, and that is our way of thanking you, not only for viewing the channel, the videos that we put out every day, doing the giveaways, but also as we reach milestones, we want you to be a part of that. So that to us is pretty exciting news. It should be exciting for you guys, so be sure and tell all your family, all your friends, people that you work with, your neighbors, share it with them, and hopefully they can be a part of this channel and be a part of the growth, because honestly, we don't know anybody else on YouTube that's doing that. But we know that if you do good, good comes back to you, and we appreciate you guys doing good by viewing our channel, so we want to give back to you. And as you tell other people and our channel grows, we want to continue to do the same thing and give back to you. That's just one of God's, and we give Him all the glory for everything that's happened up here, because if it wasn't for Him, we wouldn't have been able to do any of this really. And it's because of that too that we're able to give back to you guys. So one of His universal laws is, you plant an apple, seed and you get an apple back. You don't get an orange. So we know that, you know, by doing good, you get good back. So the goodness and the kindness that you guys have shown us, we want to give back to you. And like I said, vice versa. As the channel grows and you guys give to us by sharing it, then we want to give back to you. So that's where our heart's at. That's what we want to do. And we might come up with something else, you know, along the way. But our monthly giveaways are going to continue. Plus our milestone giveaways, we're going to start that. It's going to be something new. And we hope that you guys get excited as we are about that. And we're just pumped and ready at 40,000 to give not only that one chainsaw that was donated, but to give a second chainsaw away, and as we move forward to be able to give more back to you guys. Anyway, I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and buy a front door. I said I was going to make one, but if I'm going to move out here, I'm going to need to be able to seal that up, especially summertime will be around the corner not too long. We'll get some blowing rains and, you know, the lightning and stuff that happens. And I've just decided to go ahead and purchase the front door, because I was going to purchase the back one anyway, but I'm going to go ahead and purchase the front door to go on here, get that bedroom finished, get moved out here, and get things cranking out here where I can spend more time doing more stuff and videoing more for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Appreciate, we've said so many times, we appreciate you guys and all the support that you have given us. We love you. We can't thank you enough for all of that. And you know, we just try to constantly figure out ways to give back to you, thanking you for all of that support. We hope that you guys have a great afternoon. Take care, and we look forward to seeing you back up here at the cabin again next time.